For years now, it's been so important for innovation teams to get really good at doing things in person in terms of internal team activities, brainstorming, idea prioritization, but also market research, getting out there with the customer rather than just spending time at computers. And then we run into COVID and social distancing, and suddenly innovation teams are unable to do those things. They can't get together in person and they can't go out and be with the customers. Unsurprisingly, we saw a significantly increased interest. More than 70% of respondents said they were now considering digital tools and how they might use them to support innovation activities, more so now than they did prior to the pandemic. We categorized tools and platforms that could be used to support innovation activities into two categories. Innovation-focused tools and platforms are those purpose-built specifically to support innovation activities, be it internal crowdsourcing of ideas and idea generation campaigns and moving ideas through the funnel, be it scouting. The other category was general purpose tools and platforms, those that organizations might already have available: office suites, video conferencing tools, calendaring systems, just things that are already there. The assumption by a lot of folks when they think about innovation tools and platforms, certainly innovation leaders, is that they're just really expensive. If the general purpose tools are free because the cost has been borne by the broader organization, even if they're good enough or they don't quite do the job as well as they would like, it's sort of a no-brainer. Less than 50% of the respondents to our survey actually are using innovation-focused digital tools and platforms. This data made pretty clear that there's a significant opportunity. A lot of organizations that have yet to use these tools and platforms, which certainly are an opportunity for the vendors developing them.
You can have the best innovation enabling tool in the world, but if you don't know how to leverage it properly towards the goals that you, your team, or your organization is trying to accomplish, then you've wasted your money. You can't just build it and then send out an email or put up an article on your intranet inviting everybody to this tool. You need to be very proactive in how you go about it. It needs to be usable. It needs to be something that doesn't require a lot of training. Otherwise, they're going to get frustrated.
The number one challenge cited by our respondents was integration with existing tools, platforms, and data sets. They're using PowerPoint, say, to capture a lot of things. If they're going to bring in a new tool that's going to generate insights, how do they pull these things together? Information security concerns. So obviously IT security, data security, privacy is so important to organizations. And now we're going to bring something in place that may be software as a service, maybe hybrid. Is that data in the cloud, particularly if it's customer data, if it's sensitive? That's an issue too.
There are two things for people as they think about what digital tool do I bring to my team. One is what is it that the team really needs to do? And if you have a team that is very collaborative, chances are that they'll be able to do the work that they need to do on almost any platform. If you have a team that is more driven by co-location and direct supervision, then no tool is really going to solve that. The other thing that I'd recommend for leaders is to look into what are the learning styles and influencing mechanisms for people on your team. Some people are much more comfortable doing something by practice. Some people are more comfortable reading through a user guide. How do you bring whatever tool you choose to so many different types of personalities and to so many different types of learning styles?
Show people what's in it for them, right? So it's not just about the tool being available for buyer and it's this great new shiny thing. If you personalize it, not only the tool, but then also your introduction of that tool to these teams, it's going to incentivize them to use it.
It's perfectly okay to use the tools that you already have. Some of the collaboration suites that we already have, whether they're from established companies that have been around for roughly 40 years or from newer companies that have been around for 15 to 20 years, are extremely capable, and many of them are already included in the cost of your computer or they're free online. So think about, how do I bring the work to where the people already are, rather than just hunting for a tool just so that you can say my team uses this tool.
The full Digitizing the Innovation Team report also includes qualitative interviews with a number of innovation leaders, verbatim comments from the survey that we conducted. You can find the report and its insights from our sponsor StartGrid, both on innovationleader.com and also on startgrid.com.